think Denise and I both agree that this will always be our home. It was in this church that Denise and I met, actually, when I was youth minister here. And she was already sitting with my family on the day that we met. It must have been a sign from God. As I came into the church and found her sitting on the same row with my mother and grandmother, thinking, who is this young woman? And not knowing that she would be my wife on that day. And from that experience sitting right here in the sanctuary, and began a long love story between the two of us, and between us in this church, and us in this country, and us in this beautiful area. It was in this church that God called me to ministry, really. I first came as youth minister thinking it was going to be for a short time, and I would go back and teach, and I would go on about my own plans, but God seemed to have other plans. And it was in this church that we announced our engagement at Valentine's so many years ago, 1996. Then dreaming and wondering and hoping all the time from when I left in 96 to us coming back in 2002. The previous pastor, Scott Spearman, and I had a long-running joke that I was just after his job. And when I was ordained to ministry in Bangkok, Thailand, he sent me this short one-liner email saying, "One step closer to my job." And little did either of us imagine that it was exactly what God was doing. That when God brought us back here in 2002, we knew it was for some reason. And God used Denise's assignment at the U.S. Embassy here to bring us back to this place. And we were so thrilled, we felt like we had won the lottery. When we arrived and stepped foot into this apartment building and coming back to the church that first Sunday, it just felt like home all over again. So we know that no matter where we go, this will always be our home church. This will always be our hometown. Gertrude Stein said, "America is my country, but Paris is my hometown." And I think that we feel that greatly, that we have become very French in our souls and in our spirits, and that we're so attached to this church because of so much that we have lived and experienced here with so many of you. We have so many great memories and great friends here. Seeing people like Christian and Marion grow up before our eyes, and being the best man at his wedding, and doing so many of your weddings, so many wonderful baptisms and child dedications and moments here together with you that have just been phenomenal. Having the opportunity to work with so many incredible people in the community. A few of them are hiding. Notre voisine Christine Cacheret, qui se cache derrière la haie. Our neighbor Christine, who's watching over the hedge. Pastor Zong and his wife from the Église Réformée, who've joined us as well. The chief priest from the city as well came by just a moment ago to give us his goodbye. And the pastor of the Église Réformée down at Victor Hugo also just came by as well to say goodbye. So it's been such a wonderful opportunity to be here with you. And I think I'll say more probably in the next few weeks. But I think more than anything, I say to people of this church that it is what church should be, but is so often not. It is a place like in Acts 2 where people share and love and care and give of themselves. And I think you've taught me a lot about what church is supposed to be. And I think a lot of you, Scott and David and so many others, have taught me a lot about what ministry is supposed to be and what Christian life is supposed to be. So I thank all of you for all that you have given to us, all that you mean to us. Thank you.
Say all that.